my people, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, karibu sana. My name is Naseko, and on this channel I share about my real life, building a home, raising my kids, homeschooling, slow living, and learning every day as I grow. So today I want to talk about something very close to my heart. You see, when people think about building a house, the first thing they think about is beauty. They think about beautiful tiles, modern kitchen, nice lights, big sitting room, expensive doors, those Pinterest houses. I know you know those Pinterest houses that I'm talking about. And don't get me wrong, those things are good. We all have a beautiful home. But as I was building my own house and living in it unfinished, as you can see, the house is not finished. If you have not watched my previous videos, please go and watch them, and you will see where I'm coming from saying that my house is not yet finished. So, as living it, but I was building my own house and living in it unfinished and raising my kids in it, I started realizing something very important. A home is more than how it looks. A home is where you grow, where you heal. A home is where you become a better person, or sometimes where you become tired and stressed. And at that point I asked myself, is my home helping me grow as a person, or is it just looking good for visitors? That's when I started designing my home, not just for aesthetics but for true personal growth. So today I want to share with you what that means, using my own life, my own mistakes, and my own lessons. If you are building or planning to build, dreaming of building, or even living in a rented house, this video is for you. So sit down, relax, and let's talk. So first things first, designing a home that supports peace, not pressure. Let me start with this one. Your home should make you feel calm, not stressed, not tired, not overwhelmed. When I was living in town before, life was very fast. There were noise, traffic, people, pressure. Even when you enter the house, your mind is still running. So when I started building my home, I asked myself, do I want a house that looks expensive or a house that gives me peace? If you know what I mean, you know, a house that looks expensive or a house that gives me peace. For example, instead of focusing on fancy ceilings, too many decorations, crowded furniture, I focused on space, light, fresh air, and simplicity. Yeah, I focused on those four things: space, light, fresh air, and simplicity. I wanted my children to play freely, unlike in city houses where you are cramped. So I wanted to sit and breathe. I wanted quiet mornings. If you have lived in your own space, you know what I mean by quiet mornings. That's what I chose, a simple layout. As I said, I designed my own house. So big windows, open spaces, and not too many walls, because space is more important than showing off. If your house looks like a magazine but your heart is tired, something is wrong. Your home should be your resting place. So you know what I mean by that. Another thing that I considered is designing a home that supports family connection. Yeah, I know this one will look weird, because let me ask you something. How many families live in the same house but don't really spend time together? Very many. Might even be your family. You live in the same house but you do not spend time together. So for me, I consider a home that support family connection. Everyone is in their room. In those families, everyone is in their room. One is either on their phone, on TV. TikTok is now booming. Some are on TikTok. No talking, no bonding, no memories. So when I was planning my home, I thought deeply about this, and I asked myself, where will we be sitting together? Where will my children talk to me, and where will we pray, laugh, and eat together? That's why I made sure our sitting area is welcoming. Our dining space is simple and usable. As I said, I don't really have a dining space, but I made sure that my kitchen will have an island where we'll be making meals together. And if one person is making meals, another is helping, and we are all talking together. So that's what I mean by dining space is simple and usable, and our outdoor space is open. So if you have seen my house design, I have an out space. I think I'll put a video, a pergola, just before you enter the sitting room. It's open, and for example, sometimes we just sit outside and talk. Sometimes we eat together. Sometimes we walk together. Those moments happen because the house allows them. If you design your home with only bedrooms and TVs, you will raise strangers. But if you design your home for interaction, you raise a family. So another thing I considered is designing a home that supports learning and growth. Learning and growth, what do I mean by that? You all know that my kid is homeschooled. So in other terms, he doesn't go to school, he studies at home. So I designed a home that supports learning and growth. A home is a classroom for us. Since I homeschool my kids, this part is very important to me. So not just a school classroom, but a life classroom. So I ask myself, where will be my children be reading? Where will they write? Where will they be creative? Where will they explore? We don't need fancy desks like in school. We don't need expensive boards. If you have seen me teaching my kid, we have a whiteboard and all that. But what we need is space, we need light, and we need a quiet space where they can concentrate. For example, sometimes we can go and learn outside, although you saw the compound is not well done. Sometimes we read near the windows. Sometimes my kid likes sitting on the floor when learning, because learning doesn't happen only in classrooms, it happens in safe spaces. When a child feels safe, they learn better, and when a child feels free, they grow better. So design your home to support curiosity, not a home that will always be supporting fear. So another thing I considered is designing a home that support your work and dreams. Yes, most people don't design homes that support their works and teams. So as you all know, I work from home, and let me tell you, if your home is not designed for your work, you will struggle. At first, I didn't think about this. I thought I'll just work from anywhere in my compound, but I realized noise affect work, disorganizations affect how I focus, crowded space affect motivation. So I created a simple working area. You will all see that, because if I show you the vision right now, the house is incomplete, you're not seeing what I mean. So I created a simple working area. It's not expensive, it's not fancy either. You can see even where I'm recording my video, does this look fancy? It's not fancy, but I can tell you, from where I'm recording right now, this will be my office. It's not finished, but this will be my office as I continue. So it's just quiet, it will be organized, it will be comfortable, a small corner somewhere over there, and a table, a chair. You can see I have good lighting. We have a very big window over here, and just that's enough for me. Your home should help you build your dreams, not help you distract you from them. So that's another thing I considered. So another thing was designing a home that grows with you, not just for now. What do I mean by that? Designing a home that grows with you, not just for now. Many people build for today, but life changes, Children grows, needs change, health changes, dreams change also. So I ask myself, will this house still serve me in 10 years? Will it still fit my life when I'm older? That's why I avoided too many permanent things that I cannot change. I left space for expansion when my kids grow. The design will help me expand when my boys grow. I left flexibility. You can see one side I have stairs and one side I have a lamp. I will get old. Sometimes accidents happen. You find yourself, you have broken a leg. How will you access the house? So I allowed room for growth. For example, maybe today I need a study area, but tomorrow it will be a business space. Next year it becomes a guest room. So a wise home grows with you. You know what I mean? You can convert your guest room into an office area or a study area. That helps you to grow with the house, to change the house the way you want it to be. I don't know whether you get me, but if you have built your own space and designed it yourself, you will get what I mean by that. So another thing was designing a home that teaches responsibility and life skills. This has been our daily routine, teaching experience, responsibilities and skills. Because we live in an unfinished house, sometimes my children learn real life. I know living in finished house is simple. We don't have a lot to do, but for us, now that the house is unfinished, we have a lot of fixing, cleaning, dusting, organizing things, building things to survive, and you plan how you do your things. They don't grow thinking life is perfect. So already my children know life is not perfect. If something is going wrong, you have to fix it. You have to do one or two things so that things can run the way you want them to be. So they grow knowing life needs effort, life needs patience, and lives need teamwork. For example, when we are doing cleaning, sometimes we clean together. Sometimes I tell them to dust the house. You saw the house is too dusty. I give them water. They spray here and there to dust it, organize their things, their toys and all that, because if they leave their toys everywhere, they'll be dirty, or they get lost somewhere. We solve problem together when they don't do that, and that's life education to me. A perfect house can raise children, and a real house raises strong children. I know I'm saying this because the house is unfinished. I don't know when the house is finished, maybe there is something else we can be doing together. So another thing I considered is designing a home that supports your mental and emotional growth. Yes, mental and emotional health is very, very important. Your environment affects your mood. It affects how you think. It affects how you interact with people. If your house is dirty, crowded, dark, noisy, your mind will be tired all the times. You need to stay focused. And how do you stay focused? You need natural light. You need fresh air, clean spaces, green areas where you can stay outside. You plant a place you can open windows, not these squeezed houses that you stay with the lights all day and night. You need to declutter, because mental peace starts at home. You can't stay in a home that is cluttered and you will be in peace. That will never happen. So when your house is calm, your heart becomes calm too. It is very simple for you to stay in that house. You will think, and you will also be calm, and everything will flow as it's supposed to be. So another thing I considered is designing a home based on your values, not society's pressure. Yes, these affect most people. Yes, designing a home based on your values, not society pressure. Society puts a lot of pressure to people, and let's be honest, people will talk. Right now people are talking. They will say, why is your house small? Because their dreams is to have bigger houses. Why is it simple? They like these complex houses where you enter and you are confused where you are, where to go, and all that. Why not tiles everywhere? Because they like tiles. Why not wood? Why not this? They give you pressure because they have preference which you don't have. Some will ask you why you don't have a big gate, why you don't have a fence, why you decide to put things like this, and that people's preference. For me, I stopped building for people. I'm building for me. I started building for my life, because if you build thinking about people, you'll be messed up. People will never stop talking. They will talk. Even if you build a mansion, they will talk. Even if you build a what, they will still talk, because they have different preferences and values from you. So the values I considered, my values are family, my peace, my freedom, and my growth. If you just consider those four: family, peace, freedom, and growth, so my house reflects all that. Leave other things again. Don't build to impress your visitors. If you build to impress your visitors, you live in your house and you will not be comfortable, because not every time you have visitors. You have to build a house that will accommodate you, your family, what you do, your peace, and build to support your destiny. That's all that matters. Leave other people's alone. Let people talk if they want to talk. That's their preference. Build according to your values. So what do I have to say about that? A home is not just walls. If you think a home is just walls, you are wrong. You are very wrong. It's not about fair paint. It's not about the furniture that you have. A home is a foundation for your future. What do you mean? What do I mean by a home is a foundation for your future? Where you have a home, it's where you shape your children. Your marriage will be shaped. Your mindset, your peace will be shaped in that house. So it's about your future. So it's beyond aesthetics, designed for growth, not designed because those huge designs that they look nice but they are not livable. You can't live comfortably with it. So designed for growth, for healing, and for purpose. That's what I would say to everyone who wants to build and who is in a journey of building or things of building in future. So if this video touches you, please like, comment, share, and tell me what kind of a home are you building inside and outside. And thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye.